Hello there, great person. Welcome to another reaction to Wheel of Time episode 5 this time. So I just had a great day, got some stuff done, and yeah, let's just end the day with some very nice watching of the Wheel of Time. So yeah, I've been waiting for this the whole week. I'm quite happy that it finally dropped, at least here. I mean, yeah. So hard working day, but now it's gonna ease out with Wheel of Time. And yeah, by the way, thanks to you guys again for smashing the 500 subs goal. That meant a lot to me. I didn't think we would do that this year, but anyway, so oh yeah, and if you have questions to me, yeah, post them here in the Q&A. I will answer them tomorrow. I will do a short video, but other than that, oh yeah, two things I missed last time because I did the rewatch with my friends in German, and the screen was a bit clearer because here, you know, I've got the lighting and sometimes I can't see that well. Some things like I noticed in episode 3 that the blood of the Trollog made the dragon tooth sign, the young sign. I missed that, and I also missed that the one Aesodai had two waters, which I really liked. That was very nicely done as well. So those are the things I noticed on my rewatch. I will probably notice more things, but yeah, let's just see where we go today. As always, I will not speculate because that ruins the fun a bit, I think. And let's just enjoy the show. And yeah, if you like this, consider liking, subscribing. But yeah, let's just get into this and have some fun. Also, by the way, I've not talked about this, but the music is just great. That was quite a battle. Yeah. Let's see what happens to him. I'm interested in that. Is he now going to end or? Yeah. Let's see what funeral rituals the Aesodai have. What happens to the ring? Is it? Oh, okay, yeah. He seems absolutely effed. Poor guy, I really like him. Is it Lan? Probably. Or, yeah. Ooh, that was hard to watch. Then I completely understood why he jumped in. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the circle. Yeah, the wheel. I like the wheel symbolism so much. I've seen this in the trailer, this shot. I loved it. I still do. So sad. Yeah. I really like that they show consequences. It was not just a fancy battle last week. I mean, the way the battle was shot already was very war movie-like, and got the impression of shell shock von Ginevra. I hope I pronounced it right now. At least a bit, you know. But yeah, and now the aftermath. It's not just, yeah, it happened. I like that. And the actors sell it as well. That's what makes it as well for me. Oh, time skip. That's good. What happened to Lorraine, by the way? Do they still have him? He's still, oh my god, the poor guy. Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, and look at him. He's absolutely gone as well.
I think she talks to me.
She eats every night at the warder's fire.
I like that. By the way, what is that stone? Is that a ward? Ooh, they look. Oh my god, he looks so bad. Yeah. Okay, he's really having trouble. Yeah, Rand, you have to keep an eye out for him. Wow, yeah.
What? I don't know.
Ah,
I've
Dragon
seen it
Mount.
before.
Seen it before? How? Where? A story in a vision? Yeah, that looks absolutely astonishingly great. I really like that. They did it. They did that very well. It's like I imagined it a bit, but I only pictured a white tower, you know, because they said white tower. Oh, and the statues again. Interesting. Very pristine city. Reminds me a bit of Minas Tirith. Also good to know that they escaped from the Shades, so Tom probably ended it and then was not able to continue. Reminds me of Venice a bit. Why is there ominous music? Who's that guy that I didn't see who that was. Sorry. So they are followed. Interesting. I mean, of course they're followed still.
You would never hurt that little girl.
Yeah, he's got like PTSD and trauma and yeah. Oh man.
Maybe it's you, Aes Sedai, who shouldn't underestimate me.
Yeah, but you can control it, yeah. Why not learn it and then turn on them if you want to? I think I would do that. Just play along and then...
Can you ever go back to being who you were?
No, I don't think so. Because the wheel keeps turning.
And the answer is no.
Yeah,
You'll never be the same.
no, can't. It's like when you learn something, can't unlearn it.
I will bring you to them.
Yeah, this is gonna go horribly wrong because they are male. I mean, Egwene isn't it? I mean, they're male, so most of them, 75% of them is male, which might be a problem. Oh, but they are there as well, so we are having convergence. Yeah, I like that. Now, who's that gonna be? Oh, him. He's gonna recognize them.
How exactly do you plan on stopping me?
Yeah, how exactly? They've got weapons. Well, but then he will just cut down your bodies. Even though that would be a politically bad move. Yeah, he's a douchebag.
Hurry this way.
Why are you running? Is that bad? I mean, yeah, he knows them. Yeah, yes, okay, they're just gonna beat the effing daylights out of them. That's quite harsh. At least they don't use the swords. That's nice of them. Though they are still douchebags.
Stay back.
Oh dear, you humans are very excitable.
Ooh, what is that? Who is that?
Is from
I'm from the Two Rivers.
an Ioman from the Two Rivers.
I'm not an Ioman.
Interesting. So it's like the one in the cage, I think. Matt, what are you doing? Also, I just realized, so the White Cloaks are this close to the tower? Interesting. Why? Aren't they like enemies? What is that strange wagon? I don't think he cares. That wagon is so strange that they have him on. Why are there two thrones, you know? Okay. That is so eerie. Why? Because he feels him still? I don't know. That was peculiar. What did he do? He can't, yeah, I don't know.
I won't be like that. You won't. You don't know that.
Yeah, he's starting to become like that already. So, quite a good thing to keep in mind that they don't end like that. What's gonna happen to you? What's gonna happen to you?
It was all worth it to see Leandrin's face when she accidentally got hit with a radish.
What the... Too bad they did not shoot that.
And I had to become worthy of her.
Yeah, Lan, how did you meet Moraine? How was it with you? I wonder.
My dad tried to kill me when I was 12. So, stop your whining.
Yeah, he's gonna probably do seppuku. I really like those two warders as well. Who was... Oh, that was the guy from the episode 3 short. The statue of him. Is he gonna jump down? Or, oh, he's gonna melt it, I think. It's gonna be molten into gold again. And then he might be jumping off. I hope he's not gonna do that. Oh, it's the shot from the trailer. I didn't even remember it. Yeah, and it's a wheel, of course it's a wheel. Oh, it's molten. Wow, that must be so hot. Don't jump. Oh god, don't jump. Okay, he did. I think he did not jump. Oh, there he is. Okay, so they got them. What are you doing? At least she's not an Aesodai yet, so they can't do anything. The right one looks like some carry. Oh, that's quite rude actually to undo her braid.
Open your eyes, child.
Oh, the prick is back. Very good.
That's better.
You're gonna eat strange things again. Oh god, what are you doing? Mate, what are you doing? Why is he always eating like a prick? I don't know. What are they doing? Why are they doing that?
We are all someone important under the light.
Oh yeah, of course you would say that. What is he trying to achieve here? I don't get that.
I'll come back in my next life and split you from head to tail like the pig you are.
Yeah, give it to him. Why is he now drinking tea? Okay, is he cauterizing it? What's he gonna do? Oh, this is gonna be painful. Gonna open him up? Why is he doing that? Oh.
Because we humans are meant to be of this earth. To struggle and fight for everything.
What
we
is
have.
this problem?
The Creator never meant for us to have access to so much power.
What is he gaining from this? Just pleasure? I don't get that. He probably, yeah. I need more motivations from him. I don't really get why he's so nasty, you know? Because he seems to break his oath, and you don't just do that.
I could get a bit more of that tea you had for sleeping.
Oh, is he gonna bond with her? That would be so interesting. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be her warder. I didn't even think of that she will have a warder. If it's not him, I wonder who her warder might be. And I don't even know if they all have warders or if it's like, because one had two, and Moraine has one warder, so might be that they don't need the warder because like Leandre does not have one, I think. At least we haven't seen it. Oh, great. The snake is back.
Reds don't have orders,
Ah, see.
and they are rarely kind to little girls who show a spark of being greater than they are.
I think that extends to boys as well, though. What's her problem? She's so weird. I like her, though, as well. I really like her. Because she's obviously corrupted by hate, but she's also, like, trying to do good things on her way. That's, yeah.
I went there and found the woman you spoke of.
Oh, I did not expect that.
Don't touch me!
Yeah, he's so far gone already. How's he gonna get it under control, though? That's gonna be interesting. They probably all can channel something.
She's alive.
Barely. No. That prick is, yeah.
But above all else, she's unbreakable.
Well, about that, let's see. Yeah, see? There. Let's see.
Oh my word.
But is he gonna go feral now and rip his... They give him a pep talk show so he can turn into a wolf or whatever.
Realize that. But you will.
Yeah, they're gonna get mauled by wolves. All of them. Don't you hear those wolves go absolutely ape? Nice. Oh, that was cute. Oh, that was quite clever. Yeah, you are gonna get mauled, mate. I think that is lethal, unfortunately. Why are you taking those? Okay, that didn't look lethal. Yeah, run. Yeah, I knew they would all yeah, get them, Wolfies, get them, good doggos. The other guys did not do anything wrong, as far as I know, though. Yeah, do that. Yeah, Los Lobos. Yeah, I knew they would get saved by wolves, but I did not think she would be that clever. I'm glad she was, though. I should have seen that coming. And she took the rings, so I wonder what that meant. Why is she so weird?
The wisdom of the two rivers. After her first channeling healed the dying.
Our yellow sisters will be desperate to get their hands on her.
Ah, Yellow's healing. The medics, so Squad 4 from Bleach. Oh, what is that? What is that figure?
And who are you trying to keep away?
Ishamael.
Ah, there he is again, Ishamael, the weird one.
You have two very powerful enemies here. Be careful, my friend.
Okay, so the Emelin whatever seed, I'm sorry, and Leandrin. What is that? Is that a portal? Or is it a mirror? I think it's... I couldn't see it. I think it was a mirror. I don't trust Alana, by the way.
Well, I can tolerate a lot.
Yeah, you can, mate. I've seen that. Yeah. Oh. So what happened now? Where is he? Oh, it was the one from Nineveh. Yeah, so he soothed him one last evening and now he's probably gone. Hope he's not though. Yeah, okay, he probably did something stupid. Yep, that does not look good. Oh god, where is he? Yeah, it was pretty obvious to me that he would do that in a way. I didn't know how. I thought he might have become the warder of Nineveh, but yeah, he's probably there. Yep, there he is. Such a shame. He was a cool guy. Yeah, unfortunate. I would have liked him to travel around with Nineveh. In front of which statue is he resting, though? I would like to see that. I don't know which statue it is. Mongolian throat thing singing. They're doing a Sarduka impression. I like that.
Lay your hand on him.
Why him though? Because they were besties? I have to think. Matthew McConaughey right now. Why are they drumming? What is the meaning behind that? Good to see that she's taken as well. She probably thinks about... Oh, yeah, of course she's taken because they wanted. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Yeah. Of course she's crying. Well, that's probably something you usually don't do. Okay, it's something you usually do. Yeah. What an actor, wow. I'm actually more sad for his reaction than the death, I have to say, after that, yeah. Wow. Yeah, so he got me, not the funeral, he got me. I mean, he was part of the funeral, but wow. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. So yeah, that was quite sad. But as I said, what got me was Lan's reaction at the funeral. You know, not that he died, that because I felt it coming, because it seemed logical. So there were two ways that this could have gone. It was either he would become the warder of Nineveh, or he would do exactly what he did in a way. But yeah, great scene. I had to think of Matthew McConaughey hitting his chest during that, unfortunately. So I think it would have made more impact if I hadn't seen that scene from Wolf of Wall Street. Was it Wolf of Wall Street? Where he had, yeah, whatever. So the things. So I like this one. It was more calm than the other one, fortunately, because the other one was absolutely batshit. Was more like filled with emotions, you know, lingering emotions. The last one was like hitting you in the face with emotions. This one was like this emotional undertone all the time, and scenes that took their time. Yeah, so I've written down some stuff. So let's just go through that. And yeah, so I found it interesting that they buried everyone in the beginning. So they buried the king from the south that followed Lorraine, the false dragon guy. So they buried him as well. They buried him in them in a circle because obviously it's the wheel. So the wheel seems to be not their god, but the thing that they equate with God in a way. I know they have this belief that the wheel was created by a creator. So yeah, but the wheel itself seems to be so holy to them, and and the light as well. So they lit the candles, and it's all white. So white is the color of death for them. I don't know why. I hope we find that out, or I find that out. Perhaps you already know. Yeah, because they were wrapped in white sheets. They were wearing white at the funerals. And yeah, so they put them in the wheel formation, like the spokes of a wheel, which they probably symbolize. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps life symbolize spokes in the wheel. So if the wheel turns around, the spoke is going to come again. And that makes sense because they believe that everyone is reborn. Perhaps I'm reaching, but I don't know. Also, what Alana said, I think her name is Alana, the Sedai, the green one. Something about the last embrace of the mother. And I would like to know which mother she means. And by that I mean what religious context they have, because a mother is like a very, very often used, very high holy figure in many religions. The great mother that is above all and that is caring for you and that you can go home to after everything is over, because it's the, you know, is it perhaps the side of the and I will probably mix them up, Saidan, you know, the two sides of the source, the male and the female one. Is it the female part of the source that she's talking to? Because I have to think back to the last X-ray where they had this picture of the naked woman flying into the light, like this womb-like imagery, and I think it might be that. If we don't get anything on that any further down the line, that's what I think it is. Otherwise, I will probably be proven wrong. But it felt to me that the mother is the female side of the source. So because it's the place of peace for them. And people have already told me, also told me in the comments that the usage of the channeling of the one power is like getting a drug, you know, and that also is probably mostly pleasant. So it's also, again, the embrace of the mother, the embrace of using the force. I'm so sorry. The force, no, the one power. It's basically the same concept as the force, though, but it doesn't matter. We'll probably take it. Perhaps I will talk about that another time. That's actually quite an interesting. Yeah, now that I think about it, I will not talk about that here, but that's you know, this power that you use. Anyway, so yeah, last embrace of the mother, it fits as well, because if you use the power, you feel warmth and it's good, and you have emotions. And now, I don't know. I also like that there were consequences. It was not that, yeah, this battle happened and now, yeah, okay, now we move on. It was you this whole episode was the aftermath of the last episode. Everything, I think. The only thing that was not was the guy, the white cloaked dude, the prick. That was something different. But other than that, it was all the aftermath. It was Matt had the aftermath from his experience with the Shade. Rand had the aftermath of that as well. Then the Moraine and Lan obviously had it, and Nineveh had it. You know, it's like they all had this. They had to work through what happened. I really like that they took one episode for that bit. I don't know. That's what I really liked. This episode were the direct consequences and effects of the last one. So that was very nicely done. The Waystones, and there's the symbol on the Waystones to the White Tower. It might be the symbol of the White Tower. It might be something different. And I was wondering, because that was something Egwene said when she. No, what the prick said to Egwene when that yeah, you don't always use words and hand movements, and he said words. And we have not seen this, as far as I know. I might have missed that because I'm an idiot, but I think we've not seen it. That words are also magical. You know, that aspect was not because we've not heard someone utter like a spell. You know, they weave the spells. They don't talk about the spells. But that made me think: is the symbol magic as well? Can it enhance magic? Can certain symbols or stones, perhaps it's a holy stone on some kind of some rock that is, I don't know, you know, is there something? Are there symbols that can help you channel better? Because there are images that can help you channel better. And that is also quite, yeah, now that I think about it, that's pretty cool. So we know they have this, and we know that from the X-ray, and we know it from the time when Moraine spoke to Nineveh? No, Egwene. She with a little crystal, and she told her how to envision and empty herself and stuff like that, and which she used in this episode. And in the X-ray, we also saw the Aes teaching the novices the use of magic with her Lumos Solum spell, and they had to picture the bud blooming, you know, creation. Yeah, it's the you have to think about creation in some way, I think. Perhaps, I don't know, if you at least take a certain element, like I bet you have to imagine, I don't know, I'm just gonna hypothesize things now, and like you have to think about starting a fire if you want to channel a fire source power. You have to think about the winds rising and the storm brewing, or like the rain falling and the river starting to flow, or the earth creating life with blooming. That might be, yeah, that you have to take this idea of creation, visualize that from something you already know, and through that the abstract meaning in that. I hope I'm clear here. The abstract meaning is what channels the power, because the power is also some abstract magic thing, and the picture also is like from our evolutionary from an evolutionary perspective, pictures were before words. So language is not as old as pictures. If you say languages are not pictures, you can also make the claim that they are, but let's say they are not. So if you think about it. Like there were pictures first, the pictures that they have, and then the words spoken that make magic. Perhaps it's the natural evolution of the pictures they have in the novice training. Perhaps it's the next stage that you don't have to use the pictures anymore. You can use the words, and then you don't have to speak them. You have just to think them. Whatever. So that was a tangent. I'm back on track. Let's talk about the episode again. The statues were there again, and I don't know if I even said it. I wrote it down. At the entrance of the city, there were these two statues, and I think that those were the two statues that were in this dark city of Ulesil. I don't know what it was called. It was Moloch. I don't know. I remember talking to my friends when we watched that episode, rewatched that, and it reminded me of Morgoth, the name. So it's something like that. Val Moloth or so. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. So the statues were the same. Were that the statues of the king and queen of? No, they can't be, because what statues are they? So they can't. I don't think the statues depict something from the city of darkness, let's say, if they are the same. If they are different, I'm just wasting your time. But if they are the same, they seem to be protectors of some kind, probably from the age past. So from the second age, probably protectors from that. And they are at the entrances of cities to like patrons to the city. That's interesting. And I hope we get to know more about those statues. And the statues as well in the room with the warders. One was the trainer from last episode, the one with the beard, I think, and the bald head. That was one of the statues, I think. I think it's from and the other was this warder that won 10,000 battles and lost one, that I don't know about. But I think that was the statue. I did not see where the guy ended himself, which statue that was, but I think it was the guy with the 10,000 wins. That was interesting as well. And there were also statues used for the offering. So he offered some. So he lit the lights in front of the statues. I didn't get it because of my language. Sometimes I have these language problems, because I'm not a native speaker. So I didn't really get that part. But as far as I understood it, it was like those were his mother's statues. But it might be wrong. It might not have been. But those were important statues to him, and he offered something to them. So statues seem to have a very prominent role here, and at least in this episode and in some before as well. I want to know more about the statues and the myths they represent and they are used to remind them of. Aging. Please don't answer it in the comments. We will probably find it out, but I've wondered. Do Aes Sedai age normally, or do they have does their aging do they age slower because they use the power to heal themselves and rejuvenate themselves and stuff like that? Because most of the Aes Sedai we've seen, they were not that old, the women. So is it because of the turmoil that they never get that old, or is it because they stay young and I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, Game of Thrones watchers from the last seasons. The traveling made sense. So they started at the same point at this city of death, and they like split up. And I think on the map it's like, from your perspective, it's like they went like this and then up. On the map that is on Amazon, they have this landscape map. I looked at it with my friends last time, and we traced the way they went. So they appear at roughly the same time, and it makes sense because they walked about the same way and they did not stop. So all of them traveled all the time. So it's about right. I like that. So, and they took a month. That took a month. It was not like, oh yeah, we are suddenly teleported from the wall into Walker territory and back to Dragonstone, or what it was called. Yeah. So I like that. I hope it keeps that up. I'm fine with time skips now and then of 1 or 2 months. I would have liked to see more of the relationship between Lan and Nineveh in that time, because I missed that a bit. I have to admit that I missed a bit their interactions, because after she saved them, I imagine they had a talk. But I mean, it's to be fair, it said in the episode that they did not. Lan said it explicitly. They did not talk after that. But I hope we will get that. I hope it's not that they did not talk about it because they wanted to do the 1 month time skip and they couldn't afford to, I hope that's not the reason. I hope there's another reason. Yeah, the Ogre. He looked. So first things first, 2 things there. One, so there are things that are not exactly, and we know that because they are Trollocs, but there are things that are not exactly animals and people we know. So he had like this darker skin, almost tree-like, and he looked a little bit like a broccoli. Is it called that in English? Broccoli? This, this vegetable that I hate. I love it when it's crispy, but if it's not crispy, I don't like it. But yeah, he was interesting. I liked him as well. He seemed to have been the librarian, and he was a very slow man, but he seemed very aware of things to come, and by that I mean he seemed to anticipate situations a bit, and he was like this planner. So he planned things out. He thought about stuff before he did it. Sometimes, yeah, it was too slow for Rand, but yeah, I liked him a lot. I didn't get his name. I hope I get it next time. And yeah, also the Ayumen were mentioned, and Rand was compared to them by the Ogre mate, and that makes me wonder. The Rand's father had this crane sword, so it might be that Rand is an Ayuman. I hope I pronounced it correctly, and his mother was red-haired and an Ayuman woman, warrior, princess, whatever. I don't know. That's cliche. It's probably not that cliche, but she might be a warrior from them, and they met, and his father met her, and they had Rand, and then something happened that made the father give up the blade and, yeah, settle down in the two rivers. And yeah, that's something I think might be something we get around to. And I want to go there into the desert. I know it was in the trailer. I think I remember it was in the trailer, the desert city. So I hope we go there, and they seem interesting. I like desert folk. Also, they had this assassin vibe when Tom talked about them. So yeah. Yeah, and we got you probably didn't. I got new information about the waters. So the Acidate chooses the water, as far as I knew, which is interesting. So they probably can say no. So it has to be how did you call it when both parties agree? You know what I mean. It has to be consensual. Yeah, it has to be consensual, of course. But the Acidate has to make the first step. So the woman has to make the first step. What's the bond? Which I like. I like that. So yeah, so the red ones don't have waters because they don't like men mostly. But then again, she said not all are like that, and they still don't have waters. I don't know why. But yeah. And Leandrin, I like her. I really do like her. I like her a lot because the vibe I get from her is she's evil and good at the same time, but really extremely. Those two qualities are really like sparkles in her. You know, she has this way of talking to people, like this condescending way, and this like she's better than everyone, and the Reds are better than everyone. And she's like on this high horse, tries her little intrigues. But I think she really cared for the one that ended last time, the Asadai that saved her life, and she was really thankful for that, I think. And I think she tries her best for the Asadai, but she has also this grudge against men. And she did like her backstories, and she talked a bit about this here. She said, yeah, there were so many men in power, and they trampled on the little girl I was, and I mean. She made it about men. Why? I mean, I understand that because it's like if something bad happens and the person doing it has certain characteristics, you tend to associate those characteristics with the person, with the way the person is, and not, like the individual. You forget that it's an individual that's doing stuff to you, not because they are, I don't know, male, whatever. So, but she got that impression, and that's a mistake many people make. Like you see someone does something, and you say, okay, you have this basic characteristic, so everyone with the characteristic does this and that, and that's very poisonous, and you can really fall off the path of peace and comfort there, because you can really run yourself into a corner and get really disgusting, I think. So yeah, she's on that way, I think, because like you could argue, yeah, and what about the boys that got trampled down by the evil man, and what about the women that were married to the evil man? That I don't know. In those times, it was often that the woman had the power in the household still. So. In the medieval times, and this seems to be like the medieval times in the future, and also like the the Nevers tribe, you know, she was as well. The women had the power there. So it's like you have to be careful what you attribute to what. But I understand her character, and I know why she's that way, and I really like that she's that way because it shows you how corrupt you can get in your hate, because that's what I feel in her. There's this hate that will turn on something. I don't know if it's gonna turn on Moraine, on herself, on the Aes Sedai, on the four candidates, on the Nevra. I don't know. It's gonna blow up. I know that. I already know it's gonna blow up. And she's doing her intrigues. It's gonna blow up. I love her for that. Because this is something they are doing really nicely. You are not supposed to like what she's doing. It's not like, yeah, go, you show them. It's like, yeah, you are currently on a very bad path. And she was compared to the snake as well last episode. So a snake is like if you, okay, let's go on a Bible tangent here. Story of creation in Eden. The snake was the thing that got us kicked out, so to speak. So it was the evil and the comfort, and she's the evil and the Aes Sedai, and she's not evil. That was just she's this thing in the Aes Sedai that can bring very, very bad things currently. I think that's so it fits that they called her a snake, even though it was just this snappy remark of from Nevra, but I think that was pretty meaningful in hindsight. Now that I've seen Leandrin in 2 episodes, very prominently featured, and I like her character. I like her a lot. I think she's also one of my favorite characters currently because she really is an interesting perspective into what can happen if you get too deep into your own ideas without stepping back and looking at them. And I like that. And she has a good quality because she cares for her sisters, and I get the feeling that she thinks she's doing the right thing. And that is the best thing about it. Because I love those characters that, from a neutral, and that doesn't exist, but from a more neutral point, these characters are like, oh god, what are you doing? You are so unlikable, whatever, and you are doing evil stuff, but they have their reasons and you understand them. So that's Leandrin. I love Leandrin. I really like that. And the actress is so good. Such a good actress. She's selling that. She's acting the effing daylight out of every scene. I like that. And her face is characteristic as well. You get the idea that she could just F you up immediately. Yeah. So, Perrin and Egwene. It was a bit predictable, but I didn't mind it because it was set up very well. So it was like the culmination of the threats they had going for those two. The Perrin had this threat of the animals, and they helped him. The wolves, they helped him, and they were there for him, and he had the red eyes, so he's really turning he's a beastmaster. I'm glad. So I was right before. He seems to be a beastmaster, and he had to come to terms with what he did. And it might be that that's over, that plot thread, because I know from my friend that's reading the books, and he said after the first episode, when the woman died, yeah, she was not in the books. And so it's like, I like his character though, and it got me into Perrin very, very good. So it helped me get to know Perrin better. This apparent change from the book. As a non-reader, I can just tell you my experience there. And he stood up for himself. He saved Egwene, and she saved him. So I like that they both helped each other to get out of that situation. It was not just one of them. They both got to shine. And Egwene conjured the fireball, flipped it at the prick, and I still like him. Though I hope they give him more motivation quick. Because currently he's being the prick, and I like it, and I get the feeling from the actor, because he's acting so good, that there is something underneath him that he's not telling us, the viewer, currently, because something happened, and he's doing stuff that is against his belief of the light. So why is he there? If he's not believing in the light that much, why is he there? So he seems to just harbor the hate for the Aes Sedai. Why? I want to know that. I mean, they show that to me. I know that that's the reason. He hates the Aes Sedai. That's why he joined the Light guys, the White Cloaks, the Children of Light, I don't know. And that's why he's there. That's why he's against them. That's why he's so persistent. But I want to know more about his motivations. I don't want him to just be the prick. I want to see the depth that the actor gives him more on screen. I want that. That is something I want. He's not my favorite character anymore. I still like him though, I think, yeah. I will tell you who my favorite characters are after this season is over, because then I have seen them all for some times probably, and I will tell you who my favorite characters are. And the travelers, the tinkerers as well, they stood up and they just slapped them. That was so good. Not pleasant, don't get me wrong, it was not pleasant to watch that, but it was good because it showed that, yeah, if you don't have weapons, sometimes you get effed up. And coming back to last episode where she said, yeah, but if I can just change 2 people, you know, that which was an admirable thing to do. I really love that. I really love the way of the leaf, but if you are the leaf on the tree that can produce another tree, be careful that you don't let the tree burn down. You know? If you let the tree burn down, if you don't spread your seeds enough, you will end. And your philosophy will end. And that's the danger with not using weapons in these kind of worlds, because others do. They can snuff you out. And it's mostly plot in stories, which I don't like. It's mostly plot that saves them. It's not something they really do with their philosophy that stands against the weapons. But if you know a story where that's the case, please let me know. I would like to read something like that, because I think that's possible. I would have to think about how, but I feel that it's possible. It's like in Naruto, talk no jutsu. That's what they do, you know. But I want to see that really, really go against weapons, you know. I want to see that in the story, not in this one. I like the travelers though. They did the honorable thing. They are so honorable, but you have to be careful to not be too honorable to end your family and your line and your ideas, you know. And I'm glad that they did not get away, because that would have made no sense, because they were next to a camp of white cloaks. I like that he immediately recognized them again and just said, yeah, this was fishy, and it was foreshadowed. If I meet you again, and he was not talking to Moraine, he was also talking to the 4. And I didn't realize it in episode 2, but he was. Now I did realize it. I was an idiot there. I like that. So he immediately took them in, and he somehow knew that she was an Aes Sedai. Or a potential Aes Sedai, you know, Egwene. He knew that somehow, and then he used them. I don't know how he knew. I don't know. I hope we get that, why he knew. Because if I know that he knew, or he felt it very strongly because of, I don't know why he did. You know, if I know that, I will actually really, really appreciate the scene even more. Because right now it's just like, yeah, he had a hunch and he's just doing evil stuff. I hope we get the explanation for that. Yeah. So, next point. I'm halfway through. No, don't worry, I'm 3/4 through my notes. Yellow is healing. I like that. So we've got the yellow people. And I will not talk about the tier, but I hope I will talk about it in another video if it comes up more. The 7. 7 is a holy number. Because there are 7 factions of the Aes Sedai, and 7 seems to be an important number. And it will probably come out later again as an important number. I don't know why. And it was in Harry Potter as well, the 7 Horcruxes. You know, 7 as a number. And I have to read up on that, what cultures associate with a 7, why that's a holy number. We have 7, I mean, it's in Christianity, we have 7 days of the week. That's 7 as well. So 7 is a holy number, but what things does 7 mean? I want to read up on that. I might do that actually, but I will not talk about it here further because I don't know enough about it. So they are healers. And I like by the way, that's something I really do like. I like it when there's a group of people that are forming like what do you call it? Like this structure. Let's say structure. I hope you know what I mean. So they form this structure, and there are several different groups with different things, like in Bleach. Because if you know Bleach, I'm very, very huge Bleach fan. And in Bleach it was the same. You know, these squads had different purposes. Like there was the healing squad, the fighting squad, the research squad. So some SODI might be researchers. That might be. There might be a color meant for research, but please don't tell me in the comments. I know there was a very great person who wrote down all the SODI colors and functions, and I did not read them. I just read the ones I knew. And then I saw there were others and I didn't read further. So thank you for wanting to let me know. I really appreciate it, but I will not look at it. I want to see it in the show. I hope you understand that. So sorry if you typed that for nothing. I'm very sorry. And yeah, so please don't bear me any ill will, but I just want to experience it in the show like this. So there might be researchers. And the healers are probably strong as well, because, I mean, if we look at Bleach again, I'm sorry that I use that as an example. Or Kimetsu no Yaiba as well. It's like that as well. They have the squads as well. Yeah, the healers in Bleach might be stronger than we expect. So, Samael was mentioned again, and I think he was mentioned in the prologue on when I read that, and I think he was also mentioned by Dana, the Dark Friend. Yeah, it's Dark Friend. Yeah. I hope we see him. And yeah, there was the person I couldn't make it out. Perhaps when I cut this, I will make it out and I might let you know. But I didn't really see it. But there was someone following Matt and Rand. I hope we get them, that person, and I hope it's not one of Moraine's eyes, so to speak. Yeah, Matt and Rand as well. Matt was going mad. Let's see where he goes. And Lorraine or Logain, he looked at Matt and laughed, and there's something there as well. Let's see where that goes, because Matt almost looks like Logain, you know, as well currently. So I hope they fix him soon, so we can get more great Matt action. And I so love that he thought about the little girl again because of his sisters, but that was, you know, because I think he didn't know whether he did it. He was in a trance because he saw the CGI alien, you know. He didn't know, and he was so guilt-ridden because he's like this person that wants to be there for the little his sisters and for others as well that are like his sisters, because he sees potential there, and you know, children are always potential and could do great things in the future. That's why we protect them. And yeah, so that was my reaction to this episode. I think I rambled on too much again, but I don't know. If you like this, like I said in the beginning, consider liking, subscribing. Helps out a bit. And please tell me what you thought. And also, yeah, again, if you have questions to me, post them in the video I linked in the beginning, please. I will also link it in the descriptions, or I will pin it. I think I will just pin it. And I will answer them tomorrow. And now I will just watch the X-ray episode. It will be up tomorrow as well. And yes, now that I have stopped rambling, I hope that you have the greatest day ever, and hope to see you soon. Take care of yourself. Bye.